Hi there, everybody. It's Fred Thomas, and you are watching Rideable TV, the home of A-D Bikes, frame and wheel, and all things bike. And I'm going to talk about the new Ubercross Carbon Disc Limited Styria. But before I do that, let me remind you that A-D Bikes is the modern face of Austro-Daimler cycling and the bike company of the future. And the one way that we are different from all the great bicycle companies that are out there is that we have the A-D Bikes conversion program. Now, this program allows you to turn your old bike, your old wheels, your old frame sets, components, accessories, trainers, racks, all the stuff you've got lying around the basement into cash that you can use to defray the expenses of buying a new A-D frame set, or cash that you can use to just go out and buy more stuff. It's a very powerful and effective program. Customers use it. They love it. It creates a lot of time for you, saves you the hassle of trying to sell your old stuff, so that you have one less bike in the house before you buy another one, that whole thing. It creates a lot of space in your space, and it creates cash that you can use, as I say, to get more stuff or to offset the outlay on a new frame set. And when you couple that with the promotions that we run, you're talking about serious value. You're talking 30-40% off of the list price of this thing. That service is run by Frame and Wheel, which is a division in this company. But you knew that. I keep talking about it, but I love to talk about it because it's really important. It's really effective, and you can use it to be one of the first riders on the new Ubercross Carbon Disc Limited Styria. So let's talk about that. It was a long time to get this frame set out of development. We were just about to hit print in March of 2020, but then the world turned upside down, and the whole thing just went on hold. But we finally got it going again, and here it is. The first thing that I want to talk about is just the color. The color has a good story behind it. I guess a couple years ago, we had a customer who wanted to sell this frame. It's a Puch. We sold it. The owner got it, or the buyer got it, and said he didn't need it or want it, and sent it back. It became ours. And the background on this frame was that it is a Puch, but it was sent to Cycle Art in California, where they refinished the paint. It was a green, and they just refinished it, and so it's beautifully painted. It's a lovely steel Puch. I like the green. It seemed to work. It channels the spirit of the green that's in the Puch. So I did what we do. We just use the colors from the old frames. You can see them hanging in the background there. We used this frame as the muse, and did a color sample with Dave Stowers of InSync Design, New Jersey. He made an exact replica on this piece of plastic, and we sent it to our supplier overseas. They made an exact copy. They sent us this little tube to double check it. And there it is. That's how the green got to this frame set. And as I say, it's sort of related to the Puch green, which you see here, this cousin Puch, related to the A-D logo. This brochure came out when the original company was having a sort of corporate identity crisis. They were using Puch on the head badge with this lettering on the down tube. And in fact, they had an Ultima that was green, and there it is. That's Connie Carpenter. I think she won I don't know, this doesn't look like the Olympics in 1984, but she won gold in that race, and she's been national champion for 12 years or so. And she was riding a green Ultima at the time. But green is the new champagne, the new green. Green is the new burgundy. Styria is a reference to the state where Graz is located, which is the ancestral home of the brand. And so that's how we came up with the name. So there's the story. I quite like the way it came out. In fact, I love it. It speaks to me. It puts a smile on my face there. The Ubercross with the U with the umlaut, and some of the features. Well, let's talk about it. This is a 54, It weighs in about 3 pounds, 12 ounces, 1.7 kg, full carbon construction. The main difference between this Ubercross and the previous one is it has through axle dropouts, 142 by 12 in the back, 100 by 15 up front. It's got the same tapered steer tube, 1 1/8 to 1 1/2. So the front end is stiff and very strong. With those, the through axle combined with that tapered steer tube, you can hit as many bumps as you like. It's going to be up to the tires to get through it. What else? A new feature here is that it's dual Di2 mechanical, so it can run, your standard mechanical. But if you want to do the Di2 thing, it's got the settings for that, or you can skip all that and just do E-tap, I suppose. You can run it. I run my Ubercross 1x, but if you still want to do a double crankset, you can do that. You just got a 35 millimeter clamp. What else? Seat post is 31.6 millimeter. We've got the disc brakes, the post mount caliper mounts. And in terms of the sizing, this is a 54. So the top tube is about 53 centimeters. Head tube is 14 centimeters. We have a press fit bottom bracket. And that is all complemented by the distinctive green and the American Hustle font on the Ubercross and the A-D down tube logo. That both Dave Stowers at InSync and Vicky, who led the whole development and production of this, they worked really hard to get the logo on the down tube like that. I love it. It's something that was not possible back in the 80s. They just didn't have the kind of technology to make these sort of these wraparound logos. It really worked out. It really speaks of what a classic voice, but with a modern accent. So that is it. The frame, it comes in 5 sizes. It is on our A-D Bikes Shopify store right now. And let's see, we even have a comment that looks like nonsense. So we'll just hide that. If you got any questions about this frame set or how to get it, or any questions about the A-D Bikes conversion program, you can reach out to me on the social media platforms. You can call me. There are also more videos in the playlist about the conversion program. And that's all. Thanks so much for watching. We're going to talk to you again soon.